Hey y'all, welcome to this new haircut edition of the weekly tarot forecast for the week of May 17th through the 23rd, 2021. I am Rachel Moon, and today we have some astrology from Jasmine V Astrology in Flagstaff, Arizona to start off this video. We have the sun moving into Gemini on the 20th. I believe that's Wednesday, maybe Thursday, sometime in there. I did not get the day of the week, but if you have a calendar, you're already in the know. All right. So that's when Gemini's moving, the sun's moving into Gemini. We will be moving into Gemini season through the solstice, June 20th. Gemini's strengths are in sharing, communication, and networking. So we're going to be having highlights on that through this season. And right now, we are basically swimming in Gemini energy. So the sun is going to be in Gemini. We've got Mercury in Gemini. We've got Venus in Gemini. And the north node of the moon is also in Gemini through the end of the month. And this is bringing in new ideas, new places, new projects, new people, possibly. There's a lot of excitement with this energy, and some of that is also being encouraged and helped along by the fact that we are, at least in the US, kind of moving out of that pandemic quarantine time. Lots of other places in the world need our prayers and security and support, some donations perhaps, or some volunteerism if you're able to travel to help people. But at least in the US, we are very blessed to be moving out of that time where we need to shelter in place and not be out and about and seeing people. So there's a lot of excitement right now, a lot of socializing happening, a lot of possibilities for networking in person, face to face. So really tap into that new sense of freedom, that new possibility, this new time of possibilities, because of not only the astrology that's going on, but the advances made through science and technology that assist us in being healthy again, in having this opportunity to be in each other's presence again. And that is a beautiful thing. All right. So Sunday, May 23rd, we have Saturn going retrograde until October 6th. And this happens every year, but this year, and I don't know how often this happens, we have multiple retrogrades happening at one time. So we're going to have Saturn in retrograde. We've already got Pluto in retrograde through October. And then we have Mercury retrograde happening on the 29th. So there's a lot of energy that is going to be kind of pulling us back into the past with these retrogrades. But what I find so interesting is not only will we be kind of examining our past with regard to our beliefs, our thoughts, and our especially our beliefs and thoughts around authority when we're talking about Pluto retrograde and Saturn retrograde. But, you know, we're going to really be considering, like, how did we communicate in the past? How did we treat ourselves and other people in the past? How do we, you know, how are the past beliefs that we held about authority and money and law, how are those things serving us today? We're going to be looking at all of that, but then we've got all this newness coming in with all this wonderful Gemini energy. So I feel like we're really just going to be burning up a lot of karma. So this could be very intense. We are, again, approaching another eclipse on May 26th. So that's kind of intensifying the energy. There's, I feel, just all this like tingly, bubbly, kind of like under the surface, like something is about to happen, but what is it? We don't know. This could be in your personal life. This could be on the grand stage. This could be in the world stage. This could be, you know, something really prestigious, auspicious, magical, crazy, hopefully good. Maybe it won't look good at first, but then it will be good. You know how those things can be. So, you know, just breathe, people. Be present, breathe, take care of yourselves, and keep burning up that karma, because we are moving into a new age, and this is the time to just let all that shit go. I know I'm doing it, and it is not easy, but it is worth it every single day. And all it takes is one day at a time. Whatever you're working on, what if it's a relationship, if it's new habits forming, if it's a new job, if it's building your career, building your business, one day at a time. You don't have to have it all figured out right now. You don't have to know how it's going to end. You don't have to even know what the end of today is going to look like. You can take it 1 minute, 1 moment, 1 breath at a time. That is how we make change. So, very exciting stuff with this wonderful astrology info for this week and for the coming weeks. So, thanks for offering that, Jasmine V. She is such a bright light in this universe, and I'm so grateful for her contributions to this work, because it just makes this video so much more exciting for me and for, I hope, everybody else. So, before I introduce these cards that we'll be using for our main messages, I'm going to go ahead and show you what the objects for the cards of choice are this week. And we have Christmas bulbs. So our first Christmas bulb is green. And if you love this green Christmas bulb, then your cards will be with it. And our cards of choice this week will be coming from the Robin Wood Tarot, as well as Mildred Payne's Secret Pocket Oracle. We also have the red Christmas bulb, and if you are drawn to this red Christmas bulb, then your cards will be with it. And then we have a blue Christmas bulb, and if you are drawn to this blue Christmas bulb, then your cards will be with it. And we could talk about the energies of these colors. So we've got green being the heart chakra, being the earth element, the earth energy, vibrant love energy. We have the red being your root chakra. This could be some red flags. Maybe you're dealing with some red flags right now, and this is your color because you're thinking, what do I need to learn about myself from these? And this could also be passion and fire energy. And then with the blue Christmas bulb, that blue color is your throat chakra. So what are you needing to communicate? How are you needing to illuminate your truth this week? How are you needing some clarity perhaps? Because I feel like blue is kind of the air energy. Also, of course, the throat chakra, that's air energy. It could be water energy as well. So maybe you're needing to communicate about your emotions. I get channeling and it just like the words just all want to come out in one big blob. Yeah. All right. What are our cards for this week? What cards are we using for our main messages? We have the 5-cent tarot for the main messages on love and life purpose. We are also looking at the mystical Lenormand oracle for those main messages on love and life purpose. And for those messages on love, we have cards coming from the Romance Angels Oracle deck. And for the messages on life purpose, we have cards coming from Mildred Payne's Secret Pocket Oracle. Very exciting. All right. Let's go ahead and shuffle these babies up. We will see what there is to see for this week, May 17th through the 23rd. My guides and yours are here to assist us in this process. The best for all those involved and the highest good will be reflected in the cards. And I ask for truth to be spoken and guidance to be delivered for all those watching this video today. And so it is. We have this card at the top of the deck. It's our card for love this week. What do we have? The 3 of Needles reversed. So for those of you well versed in tarot, this is the 3 of Swords reversed. And I love that we have this heart shape here, but I believe it's feathers. It's some feathers sort of formed into a heart-shaped fan. And the needles are piercing it as the swords do the heart in the 3 of Swords. And at the very top of the card, if you can read clearly in this video, it's hard to tell, but I can see it. It says relief. So with this 3 of Needles in the reverse, we are experiencing perhaps some relief from some of the drama that we've been going through. And I'm not trying to minimize that. If anybody's going through some harsh emotional stuff these past weeks. I'm not trying to make light of that by using those words, but we definitely may have been going through a lot of stuff where our head and our heart are not in alignment, or where our thoughts are influencing our emotions, which is where maybe some of that drama comes in, because it can be, and I'm speaking from my own experience, it can be really easy to continue to replay events, try to figure out why things happened the way that they did, try to figure out why you weren't happy, why you're not happy now, creating stories about why you feel what you feel. And creating stories is helpful if they're empowering stories, but if they are not empowering stories, if you're telling yourself, oh, they hate me, nobody likes me, I'm just a failure, oh no, my life is dump, it's dumpy dump dump, that's how you're going to feel. So your head and your heart are working together on that, but your head and your heart can also work on a different level. You can say, okay, so I see that I invited people to come into my life that did not treat me well, and I got results. Those results were what they were. That doesn't mean that I'm a bad person. It doesn't mean that person's a bad person. I mean, they might have been abusive, but that's their work. They have to work on themselves. I can't fix them. I can't change the past. And that is our Three of Needles reversed. That is the power of reprogramming your thoughts. You decide what it means. You decide to take responsibility for what you chose. And I'm not saying if something really horrible happened to you and you're still processing that and grieving over it, that you have to figure out how to feel better about it right now. But you might be moving closer to that with this Three of Needles reversed this week. So that is some empowering information for us to start off these messages about love. Let's see what Mystical Lenormand would like to add to that. And the card at the top of the deck is our card. Yes, we have the Fox. So here is this, it's not winter, it's not spring, we don't know what it is. Is it, and I feel that we're moving through a transitional time. Yes, we have relief from that trauma that we've experienced in the past. We're starting to see things more clearly. We're starting to understand things in a different way. We're starting to have different emotions come up, supported by having different thoughts about our past. But we're still coming out of it. And a big part of that is seeing your own part in what was happening more clearly. Taking responsibility for your actions and your choices. And that's not easy. That's not something I'm like, go ahead, just dig deep into that, because you might need some help from a counselor or someone who can support you, a dear friend, someone that has been through something similar that you've been through, that you can sit with and say, I know there's a reason that these things happened in my life, and what was I doing that attracted those kinds of things to me, that I've been through my own stuff. And I made some choices. I made some choices to choose some partners that were not good to me. Choose some people and friends in my life that were not good to me. And that was their responsibility to act in a better way as a friend. But I kept coming back. I kept saying, hey, I'm going to try harder. I'm going to work on this. I'm going to do better next time. I'm going to keep, and that's my own stuff to untangle and figure out, like, why did I choose that? I'm still trying to see it more clear. And, there's still stuff that needs to be unpacked and sorted through. So, this is an example from my own life, and I use that to help you to see, it's not about, like, being harsh on yourself. Like, oh, I should have known better. I'm such an idiot. No, because you made choices to be in these situations with people, with lovers, with your partner, with your friends, with your family. You made those choices based on faulty information that you got from people who were carrying faulty information and didn't have the right tools to help you make better choices, to learn how to make better choices. So yes, but still we can't continue to blame others for our choices. Okay, so your parents taught you to be a certain way. You're an adult now. So now you get to see, okay, well, why am I still acting from faulty information? What new information can I bring in so I can support myself to make better choices down the road? How can I see more clearly what was going on back there so that when this new time comes through, when this spring thaw happens, when this, and I do feel like this is the spring thaw. It's not winter time. It's not like there's going to be more snow falling. This is, we're moving into a new cycle. We're moving into a new era. When the springtime comes, when the summertime comes, and we are in our vibrancy, we will have this clarity that we know why this happened for us, and we support ourselves with compassion and love through understanding the clarity of our past so we can make better choices with love and compassion for ourselves and for the people who we shared time with that taught us so much about the choices that we had made, which is such a beautiful thing, I think. I mean, yeah, pain sucks. Emotional pain sucks. It sucks. I've spent so much time crying in my life. I hope I never have to cry again, but guess what? I probably will. And I hope it's not because somebody's a dick. I choose to not spend time with those people anymore. But still going to be times to cry, and that's life. So we have to find ways to get through it better, get better tools, get better information, create better thinking, and that's how we get through these things. All right. Top of the deck is our card, Keep an Open Mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Sure, that could be part of the message here. But what I'm seeing is keep an open mind. Keep an open mind. We have this needle energy. We have this reflective energy. We are considering, okay, why? Why? Why are we where we are right now? Why did we have the Three of Needles to begin with? Because if it's in the reverse now, it was in the upright at some point. We were going through some emotional, mental pain. So keep an open mind as to what you can do to continue to heal and move forward, what you can do to make new choices in the future. What does this mean for you? Keep an open mind about that. Don't, immediately say, oh, I make bad choices and I'm just not any good at that. And that's not having an open mind. Having an open mind means, is there something that I can learn about the choices that I made in the past? Is there something that I can learn about that emotional pain that I went through? Is there some new way that I can open up and actually share my experience to help others? Is there some way that information that I gathered through that time that this was active and not in the reverse, is there something there that's going to help me in the future? That's keeping your open mind. And yes, if you're looking for somebody and you're healing and you're starting to see things more clearly, keep an open mind about what kind of person's coming through. Because, yeah, if you've made bad choices in the past, your soulmate is going to differ from your usual type. It's not going to be the same person like you used to spend time with. Or those friends that you're trying to make new friends. Maybe you used to spend time with people that didn't treat you right on any level. Keep an open mind about the people that you meet now. Because if you're changing, your preferences for relationships are going to change. And that is a beautiful thing. All right. This card at the top of the deck is our card for life purpose this week. And we have the Two of Cups. So this is partnering. So it could be that we do have some connection again between our love and life purpose this week, because that does happen. This may not be a romantic partnering, so it could be a separate thing. But if you are partnering with someone, whether it's for a creative project, a musical project, a business, a career choice, like you're starting to work for somebody new, and it's maybe just you and one other person that you're sort of spending the majority of your time at that job with, then there will be some element of love. And I'm not talking romantic love. It doesn't have to be that, but you're going to find this respect, this feeling of kinship, this feeling of connection, this feeling of inspiration, and all of that can be brought back to its root, which I find and feel is love. So, yes, this week you are going to be meeting other people. Could be one person, could be more than one person, but there is this one-on-one time that you're going to be spending with perhaps more than one person, perhaps one person, getting to know them, getting creatively inspired, getting excited, feeling all this positive emotion because of this connection and this interaction that's happening, and it is inspiring you in your life purpose. It may not be like, let's say you start dating somebody new, that may not necessarily directly correlate to your life purpose. It may, especially if that goes further down the road and you end up married or living together or, cohabitating on some level. But it may just be that, that good feeling that you get just meeting this person and going out on this first date or this second or third date is contributing to your creative inspiration for your projects that are part of your life purpose more directly. All right, let's see what Mildred Payne. Once again, Mildred Payne is just really excited for me to pick her up today. But we are going to look at the Lenormand first, because the mystical Lenormand, I think it's the M. It's messing with me. It's messing with my mind today. All right. Thank you all for letting me be so silly. It is my favorite thing in the world. All right, this top card is our card. We have the dog. Didn't he come out last week? I saw him recently. I'm not sure where. But we are discovering loyalty once more. There is this, perhaps, the loyalty that you have in this friendship, this love relationship, this connection is inspiring you for your life purpose. It is helping you to grow in your life purpose. It is helping you to root down in some way, because when you find that loyal experience with another person, whether it's friendship or romantic, whether it's familiar or familial or a work relationship even, when you find that loyalty, that's going to help you to kind of drop that root, because you feel secure, you feel supported, you feel that connection that keeps your passion going, that fire in the background. That dog, he says, no, you don't get to put the fire out. I decide who gets to get close to that fire. Because that fire, that passion that you have inside your heart for whatever it is that's really important to you, those are your values, those are your skills, those are your strengths. If you let somebody get too close to that, they could just throw a big bucket of water on top of that, shit on it, and then be like, ha ha, don't be loyal to those people. Those people need somebody else in their life to be loyal to, or not, because they're not loyal even to themselves. So you got to be loyal to you. You've got to show up for you. And when you see that someone else is going to show up with that respect, that love, that caring, that kindness, that supportive energy, when you see that somebody's showing up and they're in alignment with your values, then they can get closer to that fire. That's also when we've got this pyramid above the dog's head. You're getting more information from your higher source about what that looks like for you, about who these people are. And that's also going to help you to see red flags. So if you are open to source, source is going to help you and guide you as to who's allowed to get close to that fire and who's not. And you also have this vision with the crystal ball here. that's going to help you. And that's your intuitive power, which is also because of your connection to your higher source. So, wonderful. All right, Mildred Payne. What do you got for us? You're so excited today to come out and play. What message do you have for us? All right. And this card at the top of the deck is our card. We have the Hand. It is in your power to create what you want to create in this partnership with your loyalty, with your passion, with your values, with your strength. This is yours to create. And what does that mean? If you're in partnership with someone else, there's a co-creation that's going to happen. And again, it doesn't have to be romantic, but it is a co-creation process. And of course, everybody, okay, I take that back. We all have the ability to create on some level. I was going to say everybody has hands, but not everybody does. But they still have the power to create. And they find ways to do that without hands or with hands. And what this is really about is that ability to shape material, shape energy, shape our experience, shape our reality, shape our environment to serve us on some deeper level. And that flows back to that loyalty. What are you loyal to? Because whatever you are loyal to, you're going to use that in creation. You're going to use it in co-creation. Those values that you hold dear, those things that are important to you, those are going to just naturally be a part of what you're creating. And if they're not, it's going to be a red flag. You're going to feel it. If you're like, I guess I'm going to go work for a company that's mining in a really beautiful forest. I don't know. I just want the money. That's not going to feel good. That's not going to be good loyalty. That's going to, I don't know. Maybe it's great for you. Maybe that's exactly what you want, to destroy the rainforest. I don't know. But to me and my values, I couldn't do it. And I've been looking for work, and I've been getting these messages about Citgo Corporation wants you to come and be a loyal employee. And I'm like, burn it to the ground. Never, 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 never. No, thank you. So, just a little piece on my values there. Thanks for listening. All right, so let's look at those cards of choice. We have the green light bulb. I kind of like that, how it's in front of my eye. Okay, interesting. We have the green light bulb, and if you've chosen the green light bulb, then you have the Seven of Swords reversed and the Antidote. So interesting. Okay, the Seven of Swords reversed is more honesty, more opening up, less hiding for you. And with this, this energy of Gemini, yes, we're being more open, especially on that level of communication, because the sword suit is relevant to communication and air energy. And that is the antidote. That is the antidote, I think, as well, to maybe a creative block that you might be experiencing when we have the 6-6 here. 6 plus 6 is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. There is creativity in this antidote, but you have to take some work to get there. It's not just a 3. We have to add all these numbers up. And we have this master number of 66. And sixes are the number of manifestation, but in multiples, there's maybe a little bit of a block. There's a little bit of some negativity perhaps that's being meditated on, and you're needing to get really clear with yourself. Why am I spending this time thinking about negative things? Why am I perseverating about this issue? We have a red flag in the background, so maybe there have been some red flags that you've ignored, and now you're seeing, oh my gosh, I ignored those red flags. And I have to really be honest with myself and get really clear. And that is the antidote to this creative block. That is the antidote to this manifestation that I really want to create this thing. And I just keep getting in my own way. Also, how cool is that? They sort of match, right? Love it. Cannot make this stuff up. All right. We have the red light bulb. For those of you who chose the red light bulb, we have another card in the reverse, you guys. All right, well, passion with the red light bulb and then the wands card here, but it is in the reverse, the ace of wands. And then the spider, more manifestation energy with another 6. And this one's a little easier to get to. We've got 5 plus 1 just automatically at 6. You know, we don't have to go and break the number down 3 times or 2 times. And so that's, you know, you're getting closer to what you want to create, but you may still have some effort to put in to get there. Spider is the creatrix of the universe in some native traditions. She wove the cosmos, if I am remembering correctly. And so there is some spiritual level on which you wish to create. And that also is reflected with this Ace of Wands reversed. Now, you may not really know what that means for you right now. Maybe you're just getting these little hints from the universe about this new spiritual path, this new prompt from within that's saying, you know, there's something else that you want to try, something else you want to do. There's a passion that's forming that's brand new, but you don't really know what to do about it. You don't know how to put the energy there yet. And you may need also to wait a little longer. There might be something happening for you in the summer as we're getting closer to summertime that is going to open up new pathways for your creativity. But right now, you might just be getting these hints about what you want to create and how that's going to benefit you on the spiritual level. And you're just needing to take more steps closer to what that is, or even get clearer within yourself so you can uncover what that is. And then we have the blue light bulb. For those of you who chose the blue light bulb, we have the 4 of Swords and the ribbon. So for you guys this week, you are taking some time out, you're meditating, you're getting through some hang-ups perhaps, letting some stuff go. And it's perfect. It's just exactly what you needed to move forward. And here we have a 5. 5 plus 9 is 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. So you're taking some steps to communicate more clearly. And you're taking steps 4 and 5. You're moving, you're going, but you're doing it slowly. You're doing it with a reflective attitude, thinking more about like, okay, well, how do I want to approach this? And that's perfect for you. There's just something about this ribbon for me that it's just like, it's ideal. It's exactly where you need to be. It's exactly what you need to be doing. And now maybe you're not exactly communicating as perfectly as you would like, but it's perfect. You're learning. You're getting there. You're taking those steps. You're building the foundation for better communication. And you are creating something new with these steps you're taking. So be proud of yourselves. And I love it. I love it how these colors and the things we talked about at the beginning of the video with regard to the colors, I don't normally do that. Anybody that watches this, you know I don't normally talk very much about the little items that I choose, but they all were relevant to each thing that came out. And I just find that so just perfect. Love it. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for contributing your energy to this reading. I know that I do this earlier and you show up later, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all because the universe knows who's going to watch this. And that's why these cards of choice come out. And that's why all these messages are assembled and just brought down from the cosmos through me, through my mouth, out to you with all the silliness and all the beauty and all the funniness and all the quirkiness and all the stuff. It's a blessing to share this with you, and a blessing that you arrive here for this, because I would do this anyway. I always say that, but I'm glad that people actually watch it and enjoy it, because that makes it even more worthwhile. I love you guys, and I will see you in the future. If you want to put this in your email box every week, if you want this to come to you on Monday morning, every week, you can become a part of the Moon Day Collective, which is my email list. It is my newsletter. It is my wisdom of the week for you. It includes the astrology updates, so you can come back to them without having to watch the video. It includes information about my services. It includes information about upcoming events, which may start rolling again as we move out of this pandemic. And I really am just grateful. If you would like to sign up, there is a link below this video if you're watching this on YouTube. If you are not, contact me at mystic.handtarot@gmail.com and I can get you signed up that way. Thank you, and I will see you in the future. Peace.